On the miserable mining colony of Jackson Star, a group of friends take advantage of having a decommissioned space station that is trapped in orbit to steal tech they'll need to escape to a more promising world. However, on the station, they encounter the perfect organism. So, let's talk about Alien Romulus, directed by Fede Alvarez, starring Kaylee Spaney, David Johnson, Archie Renault. Saw it at the theaters yesterday, and this is my first time back in the theater since before the pandemic, so it's been a while. Was it worth it? My overall verdict is yes, it was. There were some things about this movie I really enjoyed a lot. I like Fede Alvarez. I've seen most of his other movies and really enjoyed them. I thought he was a good choice for this. Some things I really enjoyed. I loved the effects were really good for the most part. The cast was wonderful. The story was pretty good. Did have a few quibbles though, one or two major ones. The biggest problem I had with the movie was the use of AI to recreate a character from an earlier movie. Who the actor who played the character has passed away. They used AI to recreate that character. I'm not comfortable with using AI to recreate real people like that. I know that it looks like they made arrangements with this actor's estate in order to do this. I hope they did. Um, but I'm not real comfortable with it, and I don't really see why they felt like they had to do it. They could have just cast another actor and created a new character. It would not have made that big of a much of a difference. Plus, the AI was probably the worst part of the film as far as the way things look. It looked terrible. Um, I really wish they hadn't have done that. That took away from the enjoyment of the experience for me. Plus, there's something else. I can't really go into details because it would be a spoiler. But there is some idea they took from one of the prequels that I have always hated. I know a lot of people like it, but it just drives me crazy. Um, I really wish they'd never done it, and I really wish they just let it drop. But no, they revived it for this movie, and I hate it. I won't go into details beyond that, but it's something that comes into play near the end of the movie. I just think it's lazy writing. I don't really think it's a good idea. It could have been better. Um, Other than that, though, I really enjoyed it. As I said, the effects were good. The cast was good. You're probably going to be seeing a lot more of David Johnson after this. Um, he showed he showed himself to be very versatile. Versatile. He showed a lot of range. He played a very nuanced, complicated character, and he did it very well. And like I said, he's going to be getting a lot more opportunities to work. I think over the next few years. Anyway, overall, I'd probably give it 4 stars out of 5 if you're using a star system. Maybe 3 and 3/4. That AI thing really bothered me, and that other thing I told you about, which may turn out because it was done well. The issue that I mentioned that I had a problem with, they did handle it pretty well, and it was kind of interesting in the direction they took it. But I can't make myself like it. I just can't. I've tried. But anyway, overall, I recommend you see it. And after you see it, or if you've seen it already, uh, I noticed that there's a lot of division in the Alien franchise fans family. A lot of seems to be people either love it or they hate it. I sit kind of in the love it area. Um, with a couple of caveats. Um, Overall, I enjoyed it, and I want to see it again. I'll probably will at some point see it at least a couple more times. I'll probably wind up getting it on DVD when it's available, so I can watch it all the time. And I'm sure there's things I missed, and also A lot of the cast is British, and a lot of them had very thick accents. And though they were speaking English, I'm sure I missed a lot because, as you could probably tell, I speak Southern American English as opposed to great UK version of English. So really heavy accents. I can only catch every word or so. Plus, I don't hear all that well, so I'm sure I missed a lot of nuance and detail in the dialogue. But it's really good overall visually, except for that AI thing I mentioned. It's really good. There's some shots in here that are just incredible. It's a Fede Alvarez film, so you know it's not going to be boring. Even if you don't get into the characters or the story, there's a lot going on. You're not going to be bored. You know, he doesn't do that. Every movie of his I've seen. I mean, granted, things go crazy, and if you step out, go to the bathroom for a minute and a half, you're going to miss something. You're going to come back in there and be like, what? That actually happened to me at the theater. I had to ask my friend that I was there with what happened, because apparently something really big happened while I was gone for like a minute and a half. Anyway, I suggest you see it, and if you do so, or if you've already seen it, drop me a comment. Let me know what you thought.